Yeah, but De Bruyne stepped up, took the penalty. De Bruyne, how influential is this guy, man? Ryan, in all honesty, do you think that De Bruyne should win PFA Player of the Season? Let me. I just want to hear this. Ajamu, I want to hear you after Ryan make his point as well, and I will give my take on that.
Honestly,
let's not take too long on
I don't really have a problem De Bruyne winning because in my prediction start of the season, I picked Kevin De Bruyne to get Player of the Season. So if he win it, I don't have a problem with it. Best midfielder in world football right now, playing good this season for Manchester City. But I think it's going to be tough. Either Sadio Mane or Jordan Henderson. Three of them up for it. And for me, my favorite, I'd give the Player of the Season. Just because of favorite, I would give Jordan Henderson. But Kevin De Bruyne and Sadio Mane, they all have a very good season.
Okay,
but
wait. Let me.
My favorite that are good, I'd give.
Okay, let me ask a question. Why, right? Why, when we won with 100 points, that none of our players got Player of the Season?
Because individually, you guys remember Virgil van Dijk.
No, it was Salah, I think.
Hold on, no, man.
Hold on, let him talk.
Ask me a question.
Not last year, you know, man. Not last year. You forget that we won 2 titles?
You asked me a question. Why when Manchester... Listen, you asked me a question. Why when Manchester City 2, they win the 2 Premier League, right?
No, I asked you about the 100 point. I didn't ask you about the other one yet.
The 100 points. That was Mohamed Salah blew up this season. Or can a Manchester City play again?
Okay. Which Liverpool player blew up the season this year? I'm waiting.
Jordan Henderson.
What did he do?
He probably not give you. Not going to. Let's listen.
I'm listening.
Consistent performance.
I'm listening.
This season, Jordan Henderson is not a player going to give you 10 or 15 goals for midfielder assist. But performance consistently, key player for Liverpool this season.
I know that. But it's unfair that we won 2 titles and none of our players won PFA Player of the Season.
Because, as I tell you, Virgil van Dijk, Mohamed Salah,
matter though. It doesn't matter.
They were fabulous. But
there were players on City's team who was fabulous as well.
I would
like
could
have equally won it.
Hold on.
I'd like to give my view on it.
Hold on. You're going to get your chance, Palmer.
Wait. You got your chance. I got my chance. Let him get his chance to talk.
You see, going into this match, considering all factors, I was adamant. I was convinced that Henderson deserved to get this award because of all that he had done in winning the Champions League and also the Premier League for the first time for Liverpool. It was significant, a milestone in his career at the stage that he hit, at the stage that he's at now. I was looking at that, but in this match, Kevin De Bruyne was clearly class above everyone else in the Premier League. For a couple of years now, it has been debated that Kevin De Bruyne is the best player in the Premier League. Between him, Eden Hazard, and other players like from Liverpool, but normally between him and Hazard. Now that Hazard is not in the Premier League, clearly De Bruyne is the best player in the league, and that showed today. And
it's hard
to argue that Kevin De Bruyne is not the player of the year based on quality and based off his performances, goals, assists, such the like, as well as key passes, key moments.
Look, I know we are not winning the title this season. We are not winning it. But what De Bruyne did 2017-18, 18-19, 19-20, despite not winning it. Remember, this is an award that is picked by the players. So if these players in the Premier League aren't convinced that Kevin De Bruyne is the best player in the league this season, they're on something. It's going to be very difficult for Jordan Henderson to win, especially. And why hasn't it been given already? It should have been done already because it usually been given before the season ends. It should have been wrapped up. It should have been given, right? Am I right?
You're right. But as the man said, that man, You asked me a
Ryan,
question and I'm saying
I know you give your look. We have to give up
when
points.
When you win the Premier League 2 times, you have some very good players on their level, but not on the level
They
that
should
the
have
2 Liverpool players.
Well, they should have got that. They should have got it because we won. And
I don't believe in that.
Look, we
don't
won.
believe in that.
We won, and we should have got the player of the season. We won, and we should have got the player of the season.
This is an individual award, you know. Remember,
I know that.
This is not all about winning, you know.
I know that, but Kevin De Bruyne's individual brilliance has stood out more than Jordan Henderson this season, even with his leadership. If you watch Kevin De Bruyne on the field, that man is the leader on the field. That man is in charge of City on the field. Just watch. You just watch. Watch every time he has the ball. Going forward, assists, goals. Listen, this man is the player of the season. You don't think
Jordan Henderson? Look at it when Jordan Henderson not playing for Liverpool.
Before,
Ryan, he play left back. He play centre back. He play left back this season. He play centre back.
Look, hear me out. Before, I was thinking that Henderson had more steam ahead of De Bruyne, no doubt. But the last couple months, just before the restart and now after the restart, I think De Bruyne is edging ahead of him slightly. I might be wrong, but this is just my opinion. Seriously. Well, look, to deny Kevin, to deny
it
Kevin
is just
De Bruyne,
votes, you know. It is just votes because guess what? If it starts alone, Kevin De Bruyne clearly will win. But this is votes. People consider other factors such as Liverpool won the title, which will be a major contributing factor. Henderson is the leader of that team, so that would be a factor as well.
But why weren't these factors considered last year and the year before?
And I'm saying to you, Dominic, look at it. I'm talking to Palmer. Look at it, right?
Yeah.
The 2 times Manchester City win back-to-back Premier League title, right?
Yeah.
And this one I try to show Dominic, you know, this is all about individual award, and I'm explaining it to him. 2017, when Manchester City get they get 100 points, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who was the standout player in the Premier League that year?
I know it was Salah. I know that. It would have been hard not to give it to him. I know that.
Yes. Last season when they win the Premier League, who was the standout player last season?
It was Van Dijk. Yes, I'm
but
not disagreeing.
You're not supposed to mention the last 2 seasons why Manchester City don't win it. Because you have 2 players above everybody. Look at it, that money.
Okay,
the reason why you do not get the reason why,
right?
None of and Ryan Sterling has been complaining about that. The last 2 times they win the Premier League is not a Manchester City player winning because they just unfortunate.
You can look
unfortunate.
At it.
Ryan, these things are just like they're not fair, in my opinion. Let's just look at the Ballon d'Or for example.
Yeah.
Maybe Van Dijk should have won the Ballon d'Or last year. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he should have. Liverpool won Europe's biggest competition. And Liverpool won 97 points, right? And, you know, he was good for the Netherlands as well. Maybe they don't even consider that. But they give it to Messi.
They are so unfair because they always say the people who win the Champions League always get it.
But hear me now.
They got World Cup out time.
Note what you just said. Unfair. Because the people who win the Premier League, the Champions League, must win it because it's a whole thing. Why when we win the Premier League, we not getting it? You see that?
Dominic,
you see where
just listen what I'm saying, Dominic.
I'm listening to you.
Dominic, listen what I just said. You probably misunderstand, right?
No, I'm not.
Listen, Dominic.
It seems like Liverpool players can...
Listen up. You see, most of the time, the Ballon d'Or winner, it's up to the Champions League. It no matter the World Cup, it no matter Euro, it no matter. You see, the Champions League, they always say they have to do, and they change their mind.
I know that. Why didn't Van Dijk win it?
Because it's unfair. Because
that's why I'm trying to
listen, you see these awards, you see all these awards, all of them like that. All of them have controversy, and that's why they excite people. Because look at it, I'm of the view that if I'm a part of a winning team and I'm the MVP on the winning team, I should be entitled to the World MVP award because my team is the champion. However, you have to also consider what if your team is the champion and say you're the striker attacking midfield and you score 5 goals. And someone that came second or third scored 10 to 15 goals. That person individually outperformed you. So you have to also consider that. It's similar to in music, you know, your song could sell more and chart more on the charts. However, another song might have more critical acclaim. These things have to be considered.
That is true. And there could also be a situation right now, right, where Liverpool could win their first title in 30 years, right? And what if a player like Thibaut Pukki had 30 goals and Norwich was still in relegation? It's kind of weird, but I'm just an example. What if Norwich was just struggling? They weren't in relegation, but they're like 14, 15. But Pukki had 30 goals with 10 assists. Would he get the player of the season? I don't even think so.
Could not get the player of the season because his impact is not significant.
Exactly. So that's the point I'm trying to make. When we won, all I'm saying, when we won, at least one time, one of our players should have gotten player of the season. That's all I'm saying. That is all because there was enough individual brilliances that season to give it to someone. Seriously. And even ahead of Van Dijk, because if Van Dijk is a defender, he doesn't have, let's say he doesn't have the goals like Messi, let's just say, or Salah, just to back him. So maybe one of our players should have gotten it. Maybe give it to an Aguero or somebody. You see what I mean? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that Henderson doesn't deserve it, but I'm saying if it's good for me, it's good for you too. That's all.
I pick Kevin De Bruyne. I say if Kevin De Bruyne get it, no problem. If Henderson get it, but that's my preference, and I would give it to Henderson. But if Kevin De Bruyne get it, it's okay to me.